So in this section, you need to understand how to add and subtract number base together. This number base you are seeing here is actually in base 2. This is in base 2. This is also in base 2. Likewise for question B and for question C. So if you decide to pick this one after the other, before you start with addition or subtraction of number base, you must understand this clearly that 1 plus 1 is 10. Then 1 plus 1 plus 1 is what? I already said 1 plus 1 is 10. And remember, you're working with base 2, so your final answer must be in base 2. So this is very, very correct. But if you end up having 1 plus 1 to be equals to 2, 2 cannot be in base 2, like I've explained earlier. So that's why you can write 2. That's why it is 10. And there's a reason why it is 10. So just take it for now. These are the keys that you need. 1 plus 1 is 10. Then 1 plus 1 plus 1 is what? 1 plus 1 is 10, then plus 1. Normally, that should be 11. Can I write 11? Yes. Why? Because it is agreed in base 2. It is satisfied. Now, what if you now have 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1? That means this is 10. This is also 10. So if I were you, I'll have 10 plus 10. Then that gives 20. If you have 20, that does not really make any sense. You can't write 20 in base 2. It's not possible. So rather, in the other way around, you just end up, if it is 20, it is not allowed. So, if you are trying to add something and then you have 20, that means you write 0, you made that 2. So this 0 is all you have here, and this 2 is all you have as the remainder. But this 2 does not represent 2. It represents 10 that you have here. 1 plus 1 is 2, and 2 is representing 10. That means this 2 is representing 10. And whatever you are adding it to as a remainder, we start counting again. 10 plus, you understand? So next thing, what if you have 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1? This is 10. This is also 10, making 20. 10 plus 1, that is 21. So you are free to write 1 here. These 2 will still serve as what? The remainder. So what am I trying to say? Forget about this for now. Nobody will give you this simple example for opposite TME. This is just a very basic knowledge to just make you, this is just to boost your math skills. So, but the main question is, what if you have a question like this? 10111 1110. Let's say you have 10. Okay, let me put a 1 here. 111. Let me put a 1 here. Let me put a 1 here to make it more complex. Yes. So let's add this together. 1 plus 0 is 1 normally. 1 plus 1, that's 10. Plus 1, that is 11. So you write 1, remainder 1. That's 11. Go ahead again. 1 plus 1 is 10. Plus 1, 11. Plus 1, 20. Okay, this is 10. This is also 10, making 20. Plus 1, that is 21. So this is what I'm trying to say. 1, remainder 2. This 2 represents 1 plus 1, which is 10. 2 represents 10 in number base, in binary number. Okay, 2 is 1 plus 1, 2. Then in binary number, it is 10. So this 2 is representing 10. 1 plus 1 is 10, plus that 10 making 20, plus another 10 here making 30. Okay, forget about this remainder. 1 plus 1, 10. 1 plus 1, 10, making 20. Then 20 plus not 2. This 2 is not representing 2. This 2 represents 10. 20 plus 10, that is what? That is 30. Then you write 0, you made that 3. What does this 3 tells you? 3 tells us that you have 1 plus 1 plus 1, and that is 11. This represents 11 itself. This is 1 plus 1. That is 10. Right? Then 10 plus this 11 that you have here, that gives what? 21. Then you write 1, you made that 2. Then you have to be very careful. If you don't understand this concept very, you end up getting it wrongly. And this is under time pressure. So you have to understand the skills in it. Now here you have 1 plus 1. That is 10. This represents 10 normally. 1 plus 1 is 2. And that is 1 plus 1 is 10. So 10 plus 10 is 20. 0, made that 2. Then nothing to add up. This 2 represents 10. Just instead of writing 2 here, These two, when you break it down, normally 2 represent or 10. So this is the correct answer. So when you add this together, this will be the correct answer. If you go ahead and use any other method, you might end up getting the correct answer, but this is just the best way to get it clearly and get the correct answer. So to finalize whether we are correct or not, so let's just try to verify our final answer. This is mode, that is in base, binary number base. Something this is decimal, now I want to work it's binary. Yeah, this is binary. So I want to add up the numbers together. So if I add up, so I need to press 10111 plus 11110 plus 11 in 4 places and 1 in 3 places. Can you see what we have? You see, I'm correct. You see that? I have 100 correct, 1011. So if you don't understand this concept very well, you will not end up getting the correct answer. You might end up doing it your own way, but you have to understand the concept. These are the kind of things you see when it comes to number-based questions. Okay, not simple question like this. To solve this now is very easy. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. This one is very simple. 1 plus 1 10. Nobody will give you this. 1 plus 1 is 10 plus 1 11. 1 plus 1 is 10 plus 1 11. 1 plus 1 is 10. That's 0 carry 1. Then the 1 you drop it down. This is very simple. Unlike having something like this. So that's just how it works. So in our next class, I'll deal with subtraction and what? Multiplication. In fact, I'll deal with division of what? Number base. So meet me in the next class. Thank you.